Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a pick a card for the full moon in Pisces reading today. It will be a love reading. We are asking the question, what do I need to let go of in love? And so I have three piles for you today. We have the first pile with this piece of stilbite to choose from. Pile number 2 is the crystal with the citrine. Pile number 3 has the malachite. So pick your piles, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and go ahead and go to the description box below and fast forward to your timestamp, and let's see what the cards have for you. All right, group number 1, if you pick the stilbite, this is your reading. This is going to be a love reading for the full moon in Pisces. This is going to be a reading to tell you what you need to let go of in love so that you can move forward, okay? So, shuffled the cards earlier, and these are the cards that popped out. I didn't ask for a specific number except for 5 main cards. I did have to clarify 2 cards so I could see what these actually get a little clearer on what they meant. And the first one that came out was the Devil. Now, when the Devil comes out, this is talking about your relationship. There's some sort of addiction going on in the relationship or toxicity. It could also be just a tight bond between people. Like maybe you feel like you are with someone or you have someone in your life and you cannot break this bond no matter how hard you try. There could be a little toxicity going on. Maybe there's a little bit of addiction to someone. But I've realized that it's no longer making you happy because I got the sun in reverse to clarify that. And the sun, when it's upright like this, means you're totally happy, and when it's reversed, it means you're not happy. So you're no longer getting happiness from this relationship. And the reason why you're not happy in this relationship because there's something about it that is toxic. And I can see where the toxicity is. And that's going to be found in the 3 of Pentacles. Now, in a relationship and love reading, the 3 of Pentacles, when it shows up for me in a reading, that tells me there are too many people in a situation. Now, these people may know about each other, or they may not. But this is a third-party situation. You see the 3 Pentacles above, this number 3 here, and then these 3 people. So there is too many people in the relationship. And just to further clarify that, to make sure I was correct, of course, the 3 of Cups came up, which again is 3 people instead of 2 in the relationship. Now, these people may or may not know about one another. If this is not your situation, this is not your reading. But if it is, keep listening. So I could see why this could feel like a toxic relationship and why. It's no longer serving you. And the reason why I know it's no longer serving you is because of the Sun card being in reverse. And that tells me this may have made you happy and you may have been okay with it at one time, but now your happiness is gone. It's no longer serving you. And so now you're faced with a choice because the 2 of Swords in reverse came up. And the 2 of Swords is about indecision or confusion in a situation. It is about a stalemate where you're not making a decision. You see how she has those 2 swords and they're blocking herself, blocking her emotions. She's got this blindfold on. I don't think she wants to see the truth, or he. This is not gender specific. It's for men and women. But this person's not making a decision and not making a choice. And that is the toxic part about it as well. You have to make a choice. And this person is just not making a choice. And that can be a toxic situation where you just don't know who to choose, right? But then you got the 9 of Wands in reverse. Now, the 9 of Wands in reverse is talking about how you are fearful. You may not know which person to choose, and you might be having to feel like you're being defensive like you're trying to take a stand. Maybe you got somebody that's trying to push you into making a decision and you feel like you have to defend yourself. You see, he looks like he's trying to defend himself. But yeah. So this is someone who is not making a decision and who doesn't know which way to go. Which leads me to the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is someone who is dissatisfied. Maybe he has everything he wants, or he thought at one time this is what he wanted, or he has everything in life but still something is missing. It could also mean that your expectations were unrealistic. Like you were hoping things were going to work out, but they didn't. And sometimes when you're in this energy right here and you're not taking action, you're going to feel this way. You're going to feel dissatisfied. And you have to know that when you don't make a decision and you don't take an action, that isn't, and you think that everything's going to work out and smooth over, that's an unrealistic expectation. And so sometimes when we get the Nine of Cups in reverse, you have an unrealistic expectation. Maybe you're hoping things will smooth over or everything will be okay, and it's not working out that way. It's not going to be okay. So, I can see that you're struggling and you're overwhelmed, and you feel like giving up. And I would too in that situation. That seems like a hard situation, and I'm sure it's tiring. And so the thing that you're going to have to let go during this full moon in Pisces is you're going to have to let go of one of these people. There are too many people in this relationship for you. Now, that may be great for other people, and, I'm not here to judge, and you can live your life how you want, but for you, you're struggling, and you're tired, and you're worn out. Look at him, and it's time to make a decision. So, what you need to let go of is one of those people in this relationship. So, you can turn this wishes fulfilled that's in reverse, where you're dissatisfied, into an upright position where you do feel like your wishes are fulfilled and you do have satisfaction and happiness in your life. And when you do make this decision, you'll also, this devil right here and this chain you feel towards someone will go away. And this sunshine, which is in reverse, where you're feeling unhappy, because this is a temporary state of being. Even though you're temporarily unhappy, as soon as you make that decision, you're going to be happy. You're going to feel better because you're going to be able to go within and figure out which person is the best match for you. And of course, the way you do that is you just go within and you try to figure out who is most compatible. A lot of times we get into relationships and we don't know what we want. And so if you don't have a list of qualifications that you want, or that a list of things that you're looking for in a person, you can go to my website. I'll put the link below, and you can download my relationship paper where you can figure out what you want from a person. It has a list of things that you can go through to help you kind of decide what you want in a relationship. You can write it out on paper. You can have it there, and it'll be fresh on your mind when you go to make your connections or when you go to compare these two people together. But the way you do this is you have to stop and get alone. You have to be by yourself, and you have to listen to your heart and your belief systems, and you have to question everything. You got to think about the qualities you want, the values you have, and then you have to go within. And as you're asking yourself these questions and as you're filling out that paper on my website, you can tune into your body and then tune into your higher self and see how your body responds to asking yourself these questions. And your higher self knows exactly what it wants. And, and that'll help you choose the person that you feel is in most alignment with who you are and what you want. But if you don't have that blueprint of what you want, it's going to be super hard if you're just kind of going through life and don't really have a direction. So, another thing is there is chemistry and there is compatibility. And a lot of times we get sucked into the chemistry and we fail to remember you also have to be compatible. So try to figure out if you're compatible, who you're most compatible with, or who you have the most chemistry with. It's not going to be perfect on either side. You just have to do your best and follow your higher self and what feels right and what you feel is going to turn this sunshine right up so that you can feel happiness and you can feel healthy and fulfilled and joyous like a child again and loving life. Okay? So I hope that helps. If this didn't resonate with you, it's not for everybody. It is a general reading in love. But if it did, let me know. Comment below. And that's all I have for you guys, Group 1. Bye-bye. Hey, Group 2, if you picked the citrine crystal, this is your reading for the full moon in Pisces. We're going to go ahead and get into it. I have shuffled the deck and 5 cards popped out. I did have to clarify 2 cards to make sure I was correct about the meaning. But let's go ahead and get into it. This is going to be your full moon in Pisces reading. This tells you what you need to let go of and love in order to move forward. Now, the first card that came out while I was shuffling was the Ace of Swords. So, someone has gained some clarity about their situation. So what once was clouded and up in the air and you weren't sure about, now there's been some clarity. Maybe on one end or both ends. Maybe you both have clarity on your love situation and what really is going on and what you really want. Something like that. So there's some sort of new understanding that has come to light. Maybe you had a conversation where you guys have told the truth to each other, or maybe you've had an open and honest conversation about the relationship and where you want it to go or where it's not going. But that's what the Ace of Swords talks about. And I think one of the things you may have talked about is you're not happy. Now, if I can get these to focus, that'd be great. But when you get the sun in upright position, that means you're happy, okay? You're experiencing happiness. Everything's great. It's fun. But when you're experiencing the sun in reverse, it is saying that you're not happy. I'm trying to get this to focus, y'all. My Lord. But you're not feeling happy in the situation anymore. You may have thought you were happy at one time, but now you're not. And I think I know the reason, because the Lovers in reverse popped up. And when the Lovers in reverse pops up, that tells me that you are in an unaligned relationship. You know that this relationship, whatever's going on in it, is no longer aligning with you because you are no longer happy. Okay? There's something about this relationship that maybe it made you happy at one time, but now it isn't. And my kids are home from school. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. My kids just came home from school. I had to get them settled. But like we were saying, something about this relationship is out of alignment with your beliefs, your values, what you think you deserve, who you are as a person, something like that. And you are now in the Hangman in reverse. Now, when you get the Hangman in reverse, you are feeling resistance from doing something in this relationship. Maybe it's a decision you're making, or there's some sort of delay. But I'm pretty sure it's you making a decision because you know that this relationship is no longer serving you. And so you've got a little bit of resistance around making this decision. And you know, we put ourselves in this Hangman position on purpose. And you know, you see how he's got like this enlightened light around his head? It's because he's questioning whether this relationship is in alignment with what he really wants. You know, he's questioning the relationship. The Hierophant in reverse talks about going against the rules. It talks about going against what this relationship is right now. So maybe you're thinking, you know, what am I doing here? Why am I in this relationship? You know, does this align with what I want? What, you know, I see how this relationship is going right now, but is it really what I want? You know, I know this is how we've been doing the relationship for a while, but now I'm thinking that maybe this doesn't align with what I want. But there's a lot of resistance here, and I'm going to tell you why I think it don't align. Because this 3 of Cups scenario came up. Now, this came up in group number 1 too, so you might want to check out group number 1. Maybe that will resonate with you as well. And when I get the 3 of Cups in a relationship love read, this talks about having too many people in a relationship. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean an actual person. It can mean an emotional relationship. It doesn't have to be physical. It can mean like energetically. There's a third person in someone's brain taking up space that they're entertaining, anything like that. But there is some sort of third energy party that is involved in your relationship if this resonates with you. And you are not sure with the 8 of Cups in reverse if you want to stay or if you want to go. So to me, if you picked group number 2, you already know you're in a third party relationship, or you already know about it. There's a third energy, something like that. And you are trying to figure out if you're going to stay in this situation or if you're going to leave this situation. Okay? And, you know, you're having a lot of resistance in making this decision for some reason. Maybe at one time you were okay with a third party situation because maybe you weren't ready for commitment, or maybe you were just like, you were getting some sort of payoff from it. You know, when we are resisting things, we have to ask ourselves, what is the payoff? Why am I staying in a situation that I know is no longer in alignment? Why am I resisting making this decision? What is it that's benefiting me in this relationship that makes me keep staying? So maybe you're not wanting a commitment. Maybe you just want the attention, or you feel like there's not anyone else out there, something like that. Anything like that. But when you think about resistance, you got to think about, why am I staying? What's the payoff? But then after that, you have to think about, what is the price that I'm going to pay if I stay in this relationship? And I'm going to tell you what the price is going to be if you stay in this third party scenario. It is going to be more of the same. It's going to be more pain. It's going to be more unhappiness. And it's just going to be more of stagnation. Delay, resistance, not making a decision, you know, and you gotta think, is that worth it? And the only way, and this is what you gotta let go of for the full moon. You have got to let go of this resistance of making a decision. And the decision is, should I stay or should I go? Now, if you're asking me, and it's not my life, it's your life, but I would go, okay? But only you can make that decision. And what will help you make that decision is just to think about the reward of what it would be like to let go of this resistance and just choose to leave or stay, whatever it is. You got to think about the reward. If you choose to go, what is the reward? Well, the reward is you healing. It's you opening yourself up to new love. It's you finding a relationship that is actually in alignment. You know, this is out of alignment. You're going to find one that's in alignment, true lovers card, where people that love each other, respect each other, and are loyal, where you're happy, healthy, having fun, playful. It's not going to be stressful. So your challenge is to let go of this resistance. And you know what else? Work on your self-love. You know, you may not find a relationship as soon as you leave this scenario. So you're right here. You're at the should I stay or should I go now. And once you release this resistance, it's going to be upright. And look what you're doing. You're walking away. You're walking away, and you're going to go find your happiness, and you're going to go love on yourself, and you're going to be awesome alone. And it's going to be fine. Just temporarily. You'll be happy. You'll be happy when you find this aligned relationship. But you cannot find this aligned relationship until you stop resisting making the decision that you need to make to leave, is in my opinion. But it's your life. You do what you want. But that's all I have for you guys, group 2. Thank you so much. Comment below if this resonated. If it did not, just let it go. This is a general reading. And if you want a personal reading, you can go to the description box below and send me an email, and I'll be happy to give that to you. I'll put all the information for that down below. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Hey, group number 3, if you chose the stack with the crystal, the malachite crystal on top of it, this is your reading for the full moon in Pisces. We are going to be talking about what you need to let go of in love in order to move forward in life. So I have previously shuffled the cards earlier today, and we had 6 cards pop out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I did have to do a lot of clarification with y'all's reading, more than I had to do with the others, because yours was a little more complicated. So bear with me. I kind of feel like this might have dual messages. So we're going to get into it. Y'all are the lucky ones. So, when I was first shuffling the cards, the first card that popped out was the Queen of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands right here, this is an amazing energy to be in. If I can get this to focus, there we go. Look at her. She is feeling herself. She is confident. She is, I want to say, sexy. She is just like, independent, healthy, happy, sexy, loving life. Don't need no man, it seems like. But yeah, this is a really confident person. This could be a woman or a man. I'm sorry. Don't need no woman or no man either. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when I clarified this card, the Hangman in reverse came up. Now, the Hangman in reverse talks about you not making a decision or being, delays and stuff. But I really feel like with the Queen of Wands being here, I feel like she is untying herself. She's waited around long enough, and she's untying herself, and she's opening herself up to new love. Okay? That's really what I'm feeling. And so if that's you, that's awesome. We can only wait around so long for people to make decisions. Like maybe you felt like you were waiting on somebody to make a decision about you, and you finally got tired, and you're like, I'm done. I'm untying myself, and I'm moving on. So this looks like this may have happened before this reading. And what that did is that opened you up to a lot more communication with people, okay? This is the 8 of Wands, and this is communication. This is a lot of people reaching out to you with little arrows of love, but it looks a little complicated. Almost like you kind of don't know how to navigate it. But there's a lot of communication. This could also be communication from the person that maybe you untied yourself from. And it kind of, in this card, it looks like this dragon's they're not very happy. I don't know if this is good communication in love or panicked communication. But I just noticed that knight down there, and the knight looks like it's fighting. So maybe these are a little combative, or maybe you're feeling like it's a little too much communication, and you kind of feel like you need to whoa, hold your horses here. But then we had the, you're telling the dudes or the women to chill out just a little bit. This is a little much for me. I just got out of a relationship. Maybe it's that. But the 4 of Pentacles came up then. The 4 of Pentacles talks about, you not letting go of something. You holding on to something. Let's get this to focus. There we go. And I almost don't think that what you're holding on to is a bad thing. But it does have a dual meaning to me. Because when I asked to clarify what you're holding on to, the 10 of Pentacles came up. Now, the 10 of Pentacles for me, let's get this to focus. Come on, you can do it. So the 10 of Pentacles for me talks about, it's like a marriage card for me, or a commitment card. It's about having everything, financial stability, the house, the home, a committed relationship. And I feel like you are holding on to this vision of having a relationship with someone. Okay? This could also be you having a relationship with, it's just like a future vision of, hey, this is what I want. I want my 10 pentacles. I want my 10 coins. I want it, I want it all. And I feel like it may have a dual meaning too, but I'm going to come back to that. Because next we have the 8 of Swords. And when we have the 8 of Swords, that talks about you being a little anxious, a little worried. Maybe you have a little bit of limited beliefs, a little negative self-talk about yourself after leaving this relationship. But when it's in reverse, it's you coming out of all that. So I feel like this is what you're going to have to be letting go of. It's these limited beliefs. It's this anxiety and worry that whatever it is, which I did clarify what it could be that you're having limited thoughts about. And this is the Ten of Cups. Okay, now the Ten of Cups is even a better card for commitment and marriage to me than this Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Cups talks about the family, the kids, the dog, the house, the money, the happiness, everything. And I almost feel like you're thinking that you can't have this. Like you're thinking this happiness was with this person that I cut myself off from, you know. But what your challenge is going to be is you're going to have to let go of these negative beliefs that you're never going to find that again. You're going to have to, the negative self-talk. If I can get this to focus, that'd be great. Look at how pretty that is. It's a pretty Pegasus. I used to have a Pegasus when I was a kid. I used to have dreams I flew on my Pegasus in dreams. It was amazing. But side note, anyway, so this is in reverse. So I feel like you're coming out of this anxiety that you're feeling, that you may never find your Ten of Cups. And I believe you will. But I feel like you've been through a difficult time because you've got the Five of Wands here. Now, the Five of Wands is talking about difficulties, competition, things like that. But I feel like you've had a difficult run in love. And I feel like you having all these issues in love have caused you to go into hermit mode. But not only that, even more hermity than normal. Not you just thinking about stuff and soul searching, but this is you putting yourself into isolation away from everybody. But when we get it in reverse, this talks about coming out of isolation. And the dual meaning, let's go. So that's the first part of the reading that I wanted to get to. Remember I said I thought it had two dual meanings. And so that's when we're going to start with this. Now, these two cards did pop out together, so I felt like they needed to be read together. So to me, the Five of Wands with this line right here could talk about you having a conflict with this person that you cut yourself off from and them wanting to reconcile with you. You to come out of hermit mode and reconcile with them, okay? It could mean that. This could also mean it could be online dating with the Five of Wands. You know, the Five of Wands usually has five guys with five wands, and they're not really fighting. They're just kind of like playfully combating each other. But maybe you're not taking action because you're in this hermit mode and you're not taking action, so that's why you're not getting any dates. And in order to get dates, you need to take some action, right? But just to further go along with this fighting with the significant other that you've cut yourself off from, I just lost my card, that you cut yourself off from, maybe they're just a little immature and they have some unrealistic expectations, because the Page of Cups did come up in your reading, and the Page of Cups is an immature energy in reverse, okay? And it can talk about having unrealistic expectations. So maybe this person wants to get back with you but doesn't realize it's unrealistic. It's just not going to work out. Something like that. Give me a second because my computer has cut off. So anyway, this person is maybe immature or has unrealistic expectations of what the relationship could be, or this can be you feeling like you're not ready to date. You don't know what you're doing. You can feel like maybe you're a little immature in love and don't know like how to step forward. This is a new thing for you, or you're not really sure how to get started. But what I think you need to let go of. Okay, let's go back to this Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles talks about you holding on to something, right? And that is you holding on to this vision of these Ten of Pentacles that you want, which is great. This Ten of Pentacles is you wanting, you know, stability, commitment, marriage, whatever, right? But in this card, it's just one person here, and it's a bull. You see it? It's not a person. It's an animal. But it's a bull. Let's get it to focus. Hello. We're here. We're not there. Anyway, and the bull, if you look behind him, he has a labyrinth behind him. I cannot get this to focus anywhere. Come on, camera, work with me here. So he's got a labyrinth behind him. It's like a maze, right? And to me, maybe she's holding on to something that is just really hard to obtain with this person. Maybe it's like going through a maze to try to get this person to give her the Ten of Pentacles, and maybe that's what she needs to let go of. But I don't think, or he needs to let go of. Like I said, these aren't gender specific. If I keep saying her, it's only because I'm a woman and not because I just haven't gotten used to saying him or her, but I'll get used to it. But I don't think that you need to let go of the vision of having your Ten of Pentacles. I do think you need to hang on to that because you deserve that. But the main thing that you need to let go of, honestly, is all this fear and worry. You need to let go of the fear and the worry, the negative self-talk, the limited beliefs that you can't have your Ten of Cups. You can have your Ten of Cups. And your Ten of Cups is, remember, it's the happiness, it's the family, it's the house, the dog, the money, it's everything. It's commitment. Anyway, I'm really irritated at my camera right now for not autofocusing. There we go. But the Ten of Cups in here, this dragon is just mean looking. But I don't really get a meaning from it. But honestly, you can have your Ten of Cups, and what you're going to have to let go of is all the worry that you can't find someone else, all the worry that you are limited and you're not, that was the only person available and they're not. There's other fish in the sea, things like that. Maybe you're having negative self-talk that you're not this Queen of Wands here, but you are this Queen of Wands. You are amazing, you are confident, you are sexy, you are worth everything you think you're worth. You are valuable, you're all that. I think you know that. I don't think I have to tell you that, since that opened up your reading and that's like the strongest vibe I got right here. I don't think you don't know that, but I think that you're just plagued. You've had such a difficult time in relationships with this Five of Wands that I think it's left you a little hermity, a little worried. But I feel like you're coming out of it, and I feel like you're on the right track. And I feel like you just need to keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing. I see that you're letting go. I see that you're healing, and just keep doing that and keep holding the vision that you can have your Ten of Pentacles and your Ten of Cups. You can have it all. Just keep doing what you're doing. And so that's what I suggest that you let go of. This is a general reading. If this did not resonate with you, just let it go. But if it did, please comment below and let me know. If you'd like a personal reading, I'll put that information in the description box below. And that's all I have for you guys, Group 3. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.